Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. I wanted to at this time call your attention to one of the narratives that the Idaho State Police has recently released to the public. This is sequence number 0081. Its subject is tip number 580, Idaho State Police. The summary narrative is heavily redacted here, as you can see. However, from what we can tell, it says here, on November 19th, 2022, Idaho State Police Detective Leslie Lehman, along with ISP Trooper Kristen Noah, conducted a phone interview with, and then heavily redacted, the interview is linked to tip number 580. Blank member blank was identified by blank as a close friend of Ethan Chapin. I conducted the telephone interview with blank on November 19th, 2022. And then if we go down to the bottom of page 2, we see that paragraph 2. Blank was located at home in Tri-Cities, Washington when I called him. I asked blank about the blank party the night of November 12th, 2022. He confirmed there was a party at the blank house and said there was a guest list for the party. Blank said there was a ratio of 2 guests allowed for every member. Blank explained the security measures the fraternity uses to avoid people being able to sneak into the party. He said the party went from 9:30 p.m. until 1 a.m. And he said the party went well. Paragraph 3. He said he has spoken to members of the fraternity who saw Ethan and Xana at the party. He believes blank was the last person to see Ethan and Xana at the blank house. He recalled speaking to blank about Xana having never been to, redacted, neighboring fraternity. Blank planned to take Xana to visit the neighboring fraternity at the conclusion of the blank party, but Xana and Ethan did not make it. Then if we go down to paragraph 10, blank last saw Ethan and Xana at the blank on November 11th, 2022, and remembered having a conversation with Xana. Paragraph 22, blank was last seen at the 1122 King Street address on the Friday prior to the unalivings. He spent 15 to 20 minutes there playing Pong and then went to the blank. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could make some comments about this report, it is indeed very heavily redacted, but I believe that we can glean some information that this witness is likely a member of the same fraternity that Ethan was a member of. It appears he's speaking about a party that happened at the fraternity on the night of November 12th, 2022. And if that is the case, he's providing here a timeline for the start of the party at 9:30 p.m. until 1 a.m. on Sunday, the 13th of November. And that although he did not speak with Ethan or Xana at this event, other members of the fraternity saw the two there. And then he goes into saying that he saw Ethan and Xana on November 11th and remembered having a conversation with Xana. So this would have been Friday night as opposed to Saturday night. Friday the 11th as opposed to Saturday the 12th. And then we get confirmation here regarding this table that has been seen in the 1122 photos released to the public, that It appeared there was a table that had been set up for a Pong game. And what this witness is testifying to, that he played Pong at 11:22 for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. So it appears that that game was set up Friday night. And the table was still there with some of the red cups, some standing, some on their side, when law enforcement arrived and started to take photographs of that scene on Sunday, the 13th of November. If you have any comments, any thoughts, any opinions regarding this narrative, please leave them here. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.